Deontay,
I'm Jordan.
and welcome back to This Is Awful, Guardian of the Galaxy. Jordan's first time watching, and we did finish. It took us two sittings for
I made it through the first time.
undisclosed reasons. How sleepy are you? How sleepy are you?
I
Uh,
could have made it through the first time.
yeah, you could. I mean, yeah, you could have had the movie playing in the background while you slept. So we watched Captain of America Winter Soldier. That was the previous movie, and this one is nothing like
Nothing like that one. This is
nothing
completely different. It's all different people that I've not been introduced to yet.
because we're in space. Now you realize there's a like Earth isn't like the center. There's so much more, and even this is just the beginning of what the space has to offer. We ain't even got to like I don't even think yeah we did the nine realms with Captain America 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
No,
so
I thought that was with Thor.
I mean
I
Thor,
thought
yeah,
Thor
yeah, Thor,
talked about
Thor,
nine
Thor,
rounds.
Thor, my fault.
Ooh, check me out. Was that a
Yeah.
trick question? I mean, were you
No,
were
that
you
was no,
testing me?
no, that was no, that was I legit because I just said Captain America, but I meant Thor. Okay, look at you. See, look, see, telling you, practice makes perfect. You do this enough, you'll be able to do that. So,
Did I be a super nerd like you?
okay,
Ooh.
whoa, all right, whoa,
Okay. All right. All
whoa.
right. I'm gonna reel it back in.
Thank you. So, did you like Guardians of the Galaxy?
Uh, I did. It was this one was more complicated than the rest of them have been because there were a bunch of different stories all happening at once. So it was kind of hard to keep up with.
Mm.
And I feel like even after this moment, after we talk about it, I'm going to be asking you questions over and over about this
Well,
one.
you really shouldn't because I think you got the gist of
I
it.
know the main parts, but
And then
yeah, there was a lot happening all at once. Like we got a little bit of Pete's backstory. We got some backstory from Gamora. We also know more about Thanos now because I've only seen before this, I've only seen him at the end of one movie, right? Just
right,
one little clip of him.
right.
And then the way they're all connected because she was working with Ronan and then she was Thanos' stepdaughter, but she was I mean, not stepdaughter, adopted daughter, but that was just because he captured her. Like there was just a lot to keep up with in this movie. But I did like it overall.
And the overall gist was Big Daddy Thanos is is coming. He's lurking.
And what's the name? Think he gonna take him down by himself?
Oh, Drax? Yeah,
Drax,
Drax.
yeah.
So
He was like, yeah, that Ronan was light work. Now I got a new mission.
so I'm glad you said that you brought up Drax. Let's just real quick rank the Guardians of the Galaxy member as your least favorite to your most favorite. All right. Who didn't you like?
Least favorite might be, I don't know if I would say least favorite.
Well, I mean, that don't
I
mean you
like
don't
them
like them.
all.
Okay, you can like them all, but you still have one that.
Okay, Rocket's at the bottom because he was just a little corny.
Okay, Rocket.
And then I like Groot more than I like Rocket. At least he stuck to his one little word until he got to the end. Then he said, "We
We
are
are
Groot."
Groot. Yeah.
That kind of shook me a little bit because he finally said something new. But I thought he was gonna say something real when he said "we," and then he paused. I was like, "Oh,
Yeah,
he
cause
about to say something important."
your eyes got real big too. You was like, I'm
Because
like,
I
no.
thought he was gonna say something. I thought he was gonna drop some knowledge on us, and then he just said, "We are
Yeah, cause
Groot."
hey, that
Like,
he did in his
okay,
language. He did drop some knowledge.
yeah, I guess.
Your eyes did get big, but so you got Rocket. Why didn't you like Rocket? What was wrong with Rocket? He had the
He,
plan. He brought the smoke.
I don't know, man. He was just too silly, I guess.
Rocket wasn't the silly one. He was the one that was. I guess you could say he was silly when he was asking for a dude's leg, and he didn't really need it in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I guess you could say that, but I
Yeah,
don't
he
think
was
he was.
silly. And when he was when they finally got to Ronan and they was fighting, him and Peter were fighting and he just came through on the ship, he was gonna kill them all.
Ronan was gonna kill them all, so he had no choice but to take Ronan out. It worked.
Oh no. They had already talked about this before. Peter had already said like this
That's
was
not
not a good
saving it
plan. You were gonna kill us all. And then he went and did the same thing again.
because he figured this is it, like what other play did he have? Had he not done that, they all probably would have died anyway.
I guess. I don't know. He's at the bottom for me. Not to
Okay.
say I didn't like him, but he's at the bottom. Then next up is Groot, just because
He didn't
I
really
mean,
say
I guess
much.
yeah, he added to the end though. He saved them all. Then after that would have to be Drax.
Mhm.
Because he seemed a little slow.
Well, I think it's just that's just his people. That's just his race. That's how they are.
Yeah.
I like Drax.
I mean, yeah, I didn't dislike him, but then I can't choose between Peter and Gamora, who's my favorite.
Ill. Gamora sucks.
Really?
I fucking hate Gamora.
Why? What's wrong with Gamora?
I just don't like her character. I just don't. It just I don't know. I would put her at the bottom. She would be at the bottom.
I
She
guess just because she had her own mission, like she wasn't gonna just conform, even though she could have been very powerful, I would assume, with Thanos, right? But she knew that
she can
that
just
was
fight.
not right.
Yeah, she can just fight. I mean, like in the comic book, she does like she's way more like she'll rip you a new asshole. Like she ain't no slouch. You know, I think that's kind of why I don't like her character or her portrayal of the character because I don't
Um,
necessarily feel that like that assassin like because she's like an assassin type motherfucker. Pull out three guns and shoot the shit up.
yeah,
I didn't get that from her. She seemed a little corny to me.
I guess. I don't know. I think they are neck and neck for me, but I like Pete a lot. Peter a lot too.
Thank
They
you.
was calling him Pete.
Man, but his name is Peter Quill. Don't nobody call him Pete. If you just go in there and
All
say,
right.
if you say Pete from Marvel, they're gonna be like, who the fuck is that? If you say Peter,
Okay.
they might be like, oh, Peter Parker or Peter Quill. But so
Okay.
you did say something that is actually a complaint from a lot of people who don't like Marvel movies or even people who do, but you said the comic relief, it was too much.
It
Like
was too
it was too
much.
much. Wow. Oh,
Like
so
I felt it with Iron Man, but he's kind of fine though, so he could get away with it.
excuse me?
I'm
Excuse
just
me? When you said
saying.
when this happened?
Yeah.
When this
Attractive
happened?
looking people can get away with stuff.
Oh, that's pretty
It
privileged then.
wasn't.
That's pretty
Yeah,
privileged. Okay.
it wasn't working in this movie. You
Oh,
got a
okay.
raccoon and a tree and
Ju-
this big red and blue dude. It wasn't working for
it
me.
wasn't working
It
for
was
you.
too much. Yeah, there were some parts that were like okay, but I feel like they overdid it. Like,
They were they some of the scenes actually dragged on too long. I think the one when he saved Peter, when he saved
when
Peter,
who saved
I mean,
Peter?
well, when they tried to save Peter and Gamora, Rocket Raccoon, Drac, and they were all having a meeting about the plan they were coming up with, and
Uh
he was
huh.
like, "All right,
Now I'm standing. You all happy? We're all standing up now. Bunch of jackasses. Stand here.
They did the same thing that they was doing in Iron Man. Like too much comic relief.
standing up like all the rest of you." Like, I think that should have been a more serious moment to
Yeah.
me.
He's like, okay,
Um,
now we're all standing.
yeah,
Now what?
yeah. So like, there are some moments where they do go. I don't think they hit that much, but I don't have a problem with it. So but that is a complaint. That is a valid complaint that people have. What that a lot of these movies don't have like real dire consequences. It's always comic relief and everything's gonna be
Yeah,
okay.
maybe that's what it is too. They try to make it too lighthearted when this is like,
It's
I
supposed to.
wouldn't say heavy stuff, but it's like
But
heavy.
you got to remember at the same time, comic books are this corny as well. So
Oh,
these are still comic books. These are still comic book characters, and they are
yeah.
this corny in the comics. No, I'm dead serious.
Well, yeah, 'cause,
All right, so before we get out of here, like we've been doing, what would you rate the movie? 1 out of 10.
mm, I can't remember what I rated Iron Man, but I think so far those have been my favorite, and not just because of the new information that I gave you today.
Sure,
So
sure.
I think I was rating those like 8. So I would put this at like I would say like 6.5, 7,
6.5, 7. So we're going 6. Well, you can. It's
6.75.
6.75. All right, we'll give 6.75. Boom.
What you think?
Well, for me, it's not a bad movie. I would go with a 6.75 too. That's an accurate rating. I don't, think about the ending.
I
The
I
dance
really don't
off.
know.
The dance off. What do you think about the dance off?
People are dying.
Bring it down hard.
In the middle
The
of
dance off.
in the middle of
People
someone,
are dying.
people are
We
dying.
are at war and you want to dance?
This man got
I mean, I get it. Like he said, it was all to
the
distract
distraction.
him, but it wasn't hitting for me like they maybe thought it was gonna hit, or did they think it was gonna hit, or
I
did they
thought
think
they
people were just gonna
laugh it off.
laugh at it?
Yeah, I didn't laugh it off either. So I
Because I
did.
feel like it should, like you said, they made it too lighthearted. It should have been more impactful. I think like
It was
this
cringeworthy.
person had the power stone. Like it should not have been that easy to take it from him. I feel like it should have been a little more, I guess, like gritty, like actual fighting to get to the
To get to the
stone.
distraction, it should have been something
Well,
else.
yeah,
Like, yeah, the distraction shouldn't have been a dance off because
yeah, I
you just look
agree.
like a clown
They
doing
just
that
made it,
shit.
yeah, they made it too silly.
All right, now I don't. Now I'm like, you took me out of the movie with that dancing shit. So nothing. I can't
Exactly.
take you serious anymore. That's all we have for you today. Because your camera was doing some crazy shit. It was like blinking real fast
I
or
know.
whatever.
What was
Yeah, I
that? I
don't
don't know
know.
what just happened.
I don't know, but we finna get on up out of here and we'll see
Is
y'all in
it,
the next one.
what the fuck is in here? Bye, y'all. His tears are gonna water that and turn it into the baby Groot.
Okay, you don't have to call out these people movie like that.
Sorry.
You don't gotta do